Welcome to the Sharkpreneur podcast with Kevin Harrington and Seth Greene. Kevin Harrington is the inventor of the infomercial, one of the original sharks from the hit TV show Shark Tank, and has generated over $5 billion in TV and digital direct response sales. Seth Greene is the world's first trusted authority on cutting-edge direct response marketing, a best-selling author, and the only 3-time Marketer of the Year nominee. On the podcast, Kevin and Seth interview Sharkpreneurs who share straight talk on what it takes to explode your business.
Welcome to the podcast. This is Seth Greene, your host. Today I have the good fortune to be interviewing Lindsey of oneclicklindsey.com. Lindsey, thank you so much for joining us today.
It is my pleasure.
Awesome. So let's go back in time a little bit. How did you, I know lemonade stands were a passion for you back in the beginning.
Oh, yes. I made a lot of money on lemonade stands.
Lemonade stands. Now, if I understand it correctly, you weren't just, taking lemonade out of the fridge and selling it like every other kid. Tell us a little bit about your entrepreneurial evolution.
Well, I think you might be talking about the Babysitters Club, actually, from my one sheet. But essentially, I wasn't babysitting. I didn't really much like to babysit. So instead, I got the girls from the neighborhood to basically be part of a babysitting tree. So the mothers in the neighborhood would call me, and then I would be like, yeah, Elizabeth is available this day. Amy is available for that day. And they were all like vetted good babysitters. So the parents would only have to call one place.
That is awesome. So in addition to having lemonade stands that were about profit margins and customer acquisition, you had a babysitting club where, in essence, you started care.com before the internet.
Yes, that's very true. And I don't expect you to know this, but there was a popular girls
series,
book.
Of course.
Yeah, I didn't come up with this. So.
I know you didn't, but you implemented it, which is which most people didn't.
That's the hardest part, right?
The execution. The person I told my 10-year-old son has this great app business idea, and he said, "Daddy, do you think I'm the only one with this idea?" I'm like, "No. There's billions of people on this planet. There's no way you're the only one."
Yeah, I've never come up with a unique idea in my life.
Right, but whoever wins is going to be the person who executes first and executes best. I said,
that's true.
You should work on that.
True story.
All right, so you went from Babysitters Club to the business world. Talk a little bit about that journey.
Well, I decided when I went to college, had no idea what I should go into, but I assumed that going into computers, so information systems, was a safe bet because I was somewhat of an entrepreneur. At that point, I was trying to create a piece of software that I could sell to swimming pools to allow them to register children for swimming lessons, because it was right when the internet was coming out. So I went into information systems, went to college. Then I went and got a really boring job at a nuclear waste facility. Out in the middle of Idaho.
First guest in 300 episodes who's ever worked in nuclear waste.
Yeah, funny story, just a sideline. So my first day out there, it's out in the middle of the Idaho desert because they don't want it next to the populace, right?
Nobody wants it in their backyard.
And everyone is like, do not drink out of the water fountains. And I'm like thinking they're joking. And they're like, no, seriously, don't drink out of the water fountains. Seriously. Wow. Groundwater. So
radioactive. You'd be glowing even more than you are now.
So bring your own bottled water on your first day for those of you starting a job at a nuclear facility.
Good to know.
So that was extremely boring because you had to get 20 signatures to even modify a piece of code. So we were getting paid a crap ton of money because we were government contractors, but it was mind-numbing work. So I decided to start developing websites on the side. I went to the Jensen Jewelers in town is what it was called. And that's where everyone went to get their wedding rings. It was the jewelry store in town. And I was like, please, please, please let me do your website. They're like, okay, $600, which is, I probably made a cent an hour on that bad boy.
I'm sure. But it was your first commercial venture.
Yeah. And So although it really helped and I recommend it. But anyway, we decided to leave our government jobs eventually and get an office and employees and play the business game.
How long ago did you get started officially?
Over 10 years ago.
Awesome. So you've made it past an incredible amount of hurdles to stay in business for 10 years. Congratulations.
Yes, thank you. And we've had a lot of hurdles, but we're good now.
So you mentioned hurdles. So let's talk about that because we learn more from avoiding it's easier to avoid someone else's mistake than it is to just try and copy something they did fabulously. So
right.
What have been some of the most important lessons you've learned along the way?
Well, it was shortly. So out at the site, we were getting paid anywhere from like 70 to 80 bucks an hour, and we were programmers. And so we decided to get a fancy office building and business cards and, you know, the whole thing. And we hired developers, and we were paying them like $30 an hour because that's a heck of a deal because we were coming from 80. And so we just started playing office, and that's a really bad idea. There's a lot better ways to play pretend than to, you know, get a leased space and such. So we were hustling just to make payroll. I was pregnant with my first child, 6 months pregnant. The IRS is like, yeah, why aren't you paying us this $100,000 in back taxes you owe us? We're going to come sit in your conference room for a while.
Oh my God.
So
Good times.
yeah, good times. And this was in 2008 when everything sucked, right?
Yes.
So we made it through that. The biggest lesson we learned from that was we literally got out an Excel spreadsheet and said, where are all of our costs? How much do we have to bring in? How do we pay down these credit cards? How do we pay down these taxes? And like, what is the very simple math? And sometimes when you're in so deep, you don't want to look at those numbers because they're extremely scary.
And painful, yep.
Yeah, and painful, but it actually really helped to bring it out into the light and look at it and know we had goals. And we, you know, we cut down all those costs that we didn't need, got a smaller office. Now we don't have any office because our customers are all over the world. What's the point? And yeah. So things are a lot better. So don't play business.
Don't play business. That should be the title of your next book.
Yeah.
That's a good title. I wonder if that's available.
Okay. Hey,
sorry.
I'll be right back.
Yeah. Go, Daddy, really fast.
Yeah.
All right. So you've gotten past the playing business stage. You've gotten past the P&L is actually hopefully green.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So who are your clients now? Who do you work with and how do you help them?
Yeah, so our clients is anyone looking to generate traffic and leads, which is actually my company name. One Click Lindsey is my nickname, and that's where I blog and stuff, but the company name is trafficandleads.com. So
Great
essentially, thank you. Essentially anyone looking to drive traffic, that's through social media, content marketing, pay-per-click, SEO, Facebook ads, all those wonderful things. To, and this is where a lot of people get stuck, to landing pages or opt-ins, right? And then creating a wonderful, beautiful, amazing email sequence to actually get them to buy, because it is all about email marketing and like nurturing clients.
Yeah, I've heard that.
It's true.
It's true. All right. So give me some examples of some magical transformations other than the $600 jewelry store a long time ago. Let's talk about some recent clients where this is where they were before they hired you. This is what you did for them. This is how it worked.
Okay, that's a really, okay, perfect. So we have a client that created.
If you can't share their name, I mean, you could just tell them the industry.
Yeah, sure. So it's a weight loss industry, so super competitive.
Yeah.
They created a SaaS products, software as a service project, where you would basically go onto their website and they'd allow you to make diet plans and give you coaching and webinars to support you through their specific diet plan. And what their diet plan was that was different than everyone else is hormones are making you fat, not anything else. So let's figure out
that Big Mac and triple cheeseburger.
Yeah, let's figure out how to adjust your hormones in order to make you thin again.
Okay, so they had the software as a service product before they met you.
Yeah, and well, no, we actually built that for them.
Oh, you even built it for them. Okay.
Yeah, I have a whole neck of my woods that doesn't focus on online marketing. That's my certain passion, but I throw that over to the other side of the house to do custom programming.
Okay, so you built the SaaS project for them, and then did they hopefully hire you to market it?
Yes, they did.
All right, how'd that go?
It went really well. So what we started with was the guy was a doctor. He created a book, basically Stop Counting Calories book. So it was actually pretty simple. So what we did was we went to Facebook and we created some really great Facebook ads that led to a free copy of this book. And so we ran people into the copy of this book. We created a 14-day email sequence that basically reaffirmed everything that was happening in this book and said, hey, did you see chapter 3 where I said, like, start eating more broccoli and doing this? oh, and by the way, I was on this and this and this news station. You should go check those out. And I was on these podcasts. Look how popular and famous and wonderful I am. And here's some befores and afters. So it was a 14-day email sequence. And we were slowly asking them to join the program for free for the first month. And then they would sign up after that. And that sequence got about a 40% of people would actually sign up for the product.
Wait.
They weren't
You said
paying.
40%, right, but you said 40% from an email
Sequence.
signed up for a, let's say, free trial?
Yes.
But that's not even a 40% open rate. That's a 40% conversion rate.
Yes.
That's insane.
Yeah.
You're
were quite
hired.
talented.
That's
we were
awesome.
quite talented on it.
I guess
Not
so.
all projects work that way, but that one.
Right.
that one did.
I asked you for a show off. That's
Yes.
a show off. That's awesome.
It was
All right.
awesome.
And then what does the product sell for now? Like what is
It's
the software?
$50 a month for their lowest plan.
And what's the highest plan?
I think they're like at 200. You get some personal coaching with
So
it.
$50 to $200 a month. And are you still working with them, helping them get subscribers to that?
Well, we kind of, because that took over a year and a half while we were working with them. They kind of learned what we were doing. We already had the funnel set up and everything. So yeah, we're there kind of to help, but
they thought they could do it
it's
themselves.
kind of working. Yeah.
Right.
We're still supporting the software project,
when
though.
you work yourself out of a job.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Which is
All
fine.
right.
I'm not here to hide secrets. So.
No. What I have recently learned that the most powerful person in the room is the person with the least to hide.
There you go. I like that. I like that a lot.
Garrett White quote from Wake Up Warrior.
Very nice.
All right. So weight loss, Facebook.
Yeah.
How'd you pull that off? Facebook has become so restrictive, so paranoid, at shutting down ads and accounts left and right. We've had clients spending $1 million a month getting shut down with no warning.
Yeah.
How the heck did you advertise weight loss online?
Well, obviously we couldn't say weight loss. I believe we were primarily focused on the hormone piece. So
are you I mean, because it's funny, we're doing some we have a couple clients in the health space now. And like, for example, we have a doctor who's got a supplement where if you have this condition that's preventing you from getting pregnant, this will help you with getting pregnant.
Wow.
So huge market. 2.5 million women have this condition of childbearing years and don't know it.
And are super desperate. Yeah.
Yes. Problem is, like, we can't reference getting pregnant in the damn ads.
Oh, you can't.
It's a medical condition. Pregnancy is a medical condition. So we've had to so what we did was, what we're doing now is we've got pictures of like pregnant women, pictures of baby rattles, and then it's stuff like having issues. Hey, go here and take this quiz and find out if this might be the reason why you're having issues or you're not getting what you want. You can't use the word pregnant because every time we did, the ad got shut down. So God bless you for playing in the weight loss space. We've had a couple on Facebook, and you're better than we are because we just couldn't get it to work.
And when I say this, like, it wasn't like, hey, the first ad set and email sequence worked like this. I just said we worked with them for a year and a half.
Right. You got a client that was willing to be patient. They
were a wonderful client, and they were totally understood. Like, a lot of clients would have been like, yeah, I'm out. But I mean, they were dedicated to the process.
That is awesome. All right. So weight loss. What other industries do you? I'm sure they run the gamut, but give me some other industries.
Yeah, my favorite are coaches, consultants, authors. I have a lot in that space. Those are kind of my favorites. So
they're scalable. Hypothetically, they're selling products. They're selling stuff.
Yes.
Hopefully, they've been around long enough to understand, that you got to split test and do all that fun stuff. And Rome isn't built in a day.
No.
Even though they just saw some launch where some guy made $1 million in 24 hours and think that should be them.
Huge lie.
It's not a lie that he did it. He just had 500 affiliates promoting for
and
it.
he also had an email list of, 1 million people that he's been building for 20 years. So.
Exactly. But it was overnight success.
Yeah.
Love it. So now that you've spent 10 years becoming an overnight success.
Yeah.
What's your biggest challenge now?
My, just in business, you mean, or?
Sure.
I would honestly say it's hiring awesome talent to take on the workload.
How are you? I've had that issue too. And I don't know if this will help at all.
Thank you.
The blinding flash of the obvious I had was we have a marketing funnel for our business to get clients. We build marketing funnels for all of our clients to get them business. We don't have a recruiting funnel to recruit talent.
Mm-hmm.
So we built one, and lo and behold, it works.
Does it work? I'm gonna have to check that out.
So we realized you can't just put up an ad on Indeed.com or
Oh,
whatever.
come on.
No, it's not that simple. We tried that. We realized we got to make them opt in, watch some videos, make their own submission video, fill out some opt-in forms.
That's awesome.
Like, you got to make them qualify just like a prospect and jump through hoops.
That is awesome.
So that we don't waste time talking to the, like, it drives me crazy. Like, because one of the places we run ads is ZipRecruiter, and we have very specific copy in our ads written for a reason. And we have people, I can't even, I showed my 10-year-old son the other day. I'm like, this is not a resume. Somebody applied, thought this was a resume. They wrote one sentence. That's not a resume. Look at this. This is a resume. And like, you're 10, learn it now. If you send me one sentence, you're never getting hired.
Yeah. I thank you for that. I appreciate that. I'm going to try that.
Yes.
But yeah, it's a struggle.
Have a recruiting funnel.
Because obviously you want to put out good work, and you know, you and I are way too busy. We can't possibly be doing it ourselves.
I would agree 100%.
We're too busy podcasting.
Yes. And doing many other things.
Yes.
All right. So you're working on recruiting. What industries do you have clients that are in a concentration of industries? Like you mentioned the author, speaker, coach, consultant, any other, but you could have one author who's about weight loss, and the next guy could be an author on parenting disabled kids.
Yeah, we're kind of all over the place. We also run online marketing, like local online marketing campaigns I got some chiropractors, doctors, dentists.
Yep.
It can totally work that way. I have probably one of my most successful clients is a healing modality. She goes around the world and basically tells people how to heal themselves through positive thinking. She's extremely famous. We got, for her, we were running some Facebook ads, and she was charging $50 per seat for an online webinar.
Wow. Okay.
And we got over 700 people there through Facebook ads and retargeting. Yeah. Paid webinar.
That's
literally
awesome.
all my clients.
Of course, you sold them stuff, I would hope.
Well, no, she was just doing the webinar.
So not on the webinar, there was no sale, there was no offer?
No, they'd already paid $50, and she was mostly trying to spread her message.
She wanted to put out the light and raise everybody's vibration.
She made like $50,000 on the webinar.
Right. I'm not knocking that, but hell, you got a room full of 700 people who paid to be there. Sell them some more.
Yeah.
Well, at least she's
kind of a soft seller.
I bet. She just vibrates, and everyone should do what they follow their bliss and stuff.
Ding, ding, ding.
A lot of time in the alternative healing space.
Have you? Okay.
Yes. We've worked with some of the biggest names in that industry, and I've had them all. So
yeah,
it's an interesting dynamic.
Yeah.
How do you market yourself?
Definitely doing a lot of Facebook marketing. Obviously, we're messing around with Facebook Messenger bots, which are pretty cool. I'm sure you've been messing around with those. I'm mostly I'm a content marketer, so I produce content and let the people come to me.
Well, I'll toss you out an idea of something that's working for us. I don't know if you know that. If you know this already, I apologize. But on LinkedIn's advertising platform, you can now pay for LinkedIn to send a LinkedIn mail to any target market you define on LinkedIn.
Wow, I did not know that.
So the LinkedIn, it's coming from LinkedIn. It's 100% deliverable. And very few people know you can do this. It's new. So we're getting insanely high open rates. It's cold traffic on LinkedIn, but we're getting 20, 30, 40% open rates.
What are you selling then?
We're doing it for ourselves. So we're driving them to get a copy of one of my books, go opt in for a free report, go attend a webinar. We're doing it for clients where, like, for example, we have a client it's a company founded by Mitch Lowe, who co-founded Netflix and Redbox.
Yeah.
So we're driving people to attend a dinner with Mitch Lowe where they're going to be pitched to invest in the company.
That is so cool. I got to go.
Yeah.
I'm going to go check that out right now.
If you're anywhere near San Diego, it's next week. You should totally go.
That's awesome.
But yeah, if you want, I'd be happy to shoot you some screenshots or a video of what we're doing, because that's working really well too for B2B.
Yeah. What do I Google to figure that out? It's just LinkedIn mail?
No. Don't do that. You'll screw that up. That'll tell you, look, with your LinkedIn profile, you can pay for credits to physically write an email to one person.
That's exactly what I was thinking you were talking about. Okay.
No.
I mean, not what I thought you were talking about.
No, that is not what you want. So you know what? Shoot me an email.
I will.
2-minute video. I'll show you how we're doing it.
Oh my gosh, that would be so awesome. Thank you.
For B2B, it works really well. So for our folks who are listening and watching this and say, I want one click, I want One Click Lindsey. OneClickLindsey.com, best place to send them?
Yep, send them to oneclicklindsey.com.
Awesome. An awesome interview, incredibly fascinating story. What else do you want to share that I didn't think to ask you?
Not much. You're good. Like, you're a professional interviewer, Seth. What can I say?
Wow. After 300 episodes, I would hope so. All right. Awesome. Well, thank you very much, Lindsey of OneClickLindsey.com, for joining us today.
See ya.
Thanks, everybody, for watching.
Thanks so much for listening to this special productivity series of the Direct Response Marketing Podcast. I've interviewed hundreds of the most successful entrepreneurs, thought leaders, and CEOs all over the world, and I want to share with you one of the biggest ways I've discovered to triple your productivity that I've learned from these amazing people. Even better, I'll pay you $500 to test drive it. Just go to takethe500challenge.com. That's www.takethe500challenge.com to learn more. Thanks so much for listening.
This show has been produced by Market Domination, LLC. To discover how you can have your own show completely done for you and turn it into a real published book and become the authority in your marketplace, go to www.marketdominationllc.com/podcast offer.